Why does Fortnite work? This is me playing my first ever match on September 28th, 2024. I've been highly resistant to trying the game ever since it blew up in popularity and all the kids started doing those ridiculous dances. Call me an old man, but it is what it is. But after being convinced by my friend Doc to try some zero build matches with him, I installed the game. On first launching the game and exploring the menus a bit, I had the idea to try and discover what makes this game so popular from the perspective of a lifelong gamer that's never played it. To start my experience, I was hit with a barrage of announcements about the Marvel crossover event, the season pass, and other stuff. At first, I saw it as the typical marketing tactics to get me to buy the season pass, and it was, but I also noticed something I'd not noticed in other games. Mixed in with the marketing were goals that I could pursue just by playing the game, like unlocking skins or equipment that allowed me to interact with the Marvel Universe or more deeply with the game itself. I was no longer just playing a battle royale. I was reaching for goals, and I hadn't even started my first match yet. Almost immediately after that, I found the character customization system and noticed that I had an Alan Wake skin available from when I picked up Alan Wake 2. I love the first Alan Wake, so I slapped that skin on without hesitation. Tabbing around further led me to a vehicle customization screen with parts from Rocket League, of all things. I used to play a decent amount of Rocket League with my Twitch community some years back, so seeing something else I knew made me more excited to jump in and play. So without ever jumping into a match, the game gave me goals to pursue. It made me feel surprisingly comfortable and excited. That's a really good start. Exploring the main menu, I found myself both intrigued and a little confused with how many different game modes were available. The first few rows were rather self-explanatory and nicely curated. After that, I hit the custom content and essentially the Wild Wild West. There were so many options and not much help to tell me what in the world I was looking at. While that's not ideal in most situations, this made me feel like I was digging through a bargain bin in search of treasure, and that's something I almost always enjoy. I ended up on a single-player aim training map, which not only allowed me to get a feel for the guns and shooting mechanics, but also allowed me to refine my keybinds to my needs without feeling rushed or pressured. As someone with a rather severe physical disability, that's a huge win for me. So I met up with Doc, and we jumped out of the bus for my first ever match. I should point out that he and I play PUBG duos almost every Saturday on his X stream, and that game's been my first and only real battle royale experience. I'm creeping up on 200 hours in the game over a span of several years. It's generally realistic, punishing, it doesn't hold your hand, and I love it. Now I'm dropping out of a floating bus as Alan Wake with only a glider and a pickaxe that looks like a giant meat mallet to my name. I call that a change of pace. Upon landing, I was immediately assaulted by a Captain America wannabe, but my meat mallet pickaxe prevailed before I was swiftly knocked out by his teammate. After Doc cleaned house and got me up, we started looting, and everything felt like a normal enough third-person PUBG match. That feeling did not last long, however, as I noticed next that everything felt much slower and calmer than in PUBG. While I was still alert and trying to pay attention to my surroundings, I felt safer and less on edge. Shots rang out in the distance, and my PUBG instincts kicked in to try and find the source of the sound and prepare for an attack. But the game showed a visual indicator of the shot's direction and general distance. I felt like I was cheating. Eventually, Doc and I stumbled upon Iron Man's rocket boots and arc laser gloves, and all expectations of a normal battle royale experience went out the window. Now I was Alan Wake, flying around like Iron Man, with Doc beside me as a military man with living pancakes for a head. It was absurd. Together, we took out at least 16 people and won my first match. We then went on to win 2 more matches right after that. After the excitement died down a little, I took some time to think about the premise of this video again. Why does Fortnite work? I came to the conclusion that everything that I had experienced was designed to make me feel comfortable. Because I was comfortable, I was willing to spend more time with the game. I looked forward to exploring and engaging with it. Being comfortable also allowed me to see the potential goals I'd like to pursue, which would in turn result in more time spent in the game. The key to this feeling of comfort is the presence of the familiar. To start off with the obvious, the tried and true gameplay loop of a battle royale is familiar from games like PUBG, and Epic has done an amazing job with making that experience more accessible by adding things like visual elements for where players are making noise. The amount of franchise crossovers also gives you a really good chance to find something you're familiar with. Do you like Marvel? It's in there. Dragon Ball? It's in there. Rick and Morty? Star Wars? Batman? John Wick? It's in there with a whole lot more. The game map itself also adds to the sense of familiarity. After doing a little digging, I discovered that players have been on the same map since the beginning, but that map has changed over time with the new game seasons and events while still maintaining its core layout. That allows players to become intimately familiar with the core elements of the map without it becoming stale over the years. To my knowledge, this is unique to Fortnite in the Battle Royale genre, and it's a genius design choice. If any other games do this, please let me know in the comments. So to answer the question of why Fortnite works, I think we can summarize it into comfort, familiarity, and accessibility, which are accomplished through some of the most thought-through and intentional design choices I've seen in a game in a long time. It also doesn't hurt that Epic owns and develops Unreal Engine, which allows them technical resources and freedoms that are leagues beyond what most developers can easily accomplish. While Fortnite probably won't become my main Battle Royale choice, I'll definitely be jumping back in from time to time for some casual fun. Thank you so much for watching. This video is definitely an experiment for me, so please let me know in the comments if you liked the format, or if there's any other games that you would like me to do a similar analysis for. I normally do Souls and Elden Ring challenge runs with other playthroughs and shenanigans mixed in. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and check out the links in the description if you'd like to find me or Doc elsewhere on the interwebs. Jesus loves you, I love you, stay awesome.